I had the chance to find for once in my life. Okay, that's pretty awful. But um, it's not great. I remember years ago that was once in my life. That was an attempt at once in my life by the gorgeous incomparable Craig David, and I remember years ago when he was new and I was in high school and college because he was new. Well, I was going from senior year to freshman year in college, and I remember it was like a big deal because Elton John straight up said he is one of the best singers out at that time. And it's like, wow, he got that kind of compliment from Elton John. That's a big deal. Anyway, for once in my life, what's the Shine Ola of all the time that I have spent? I'm gonna restart singing. For once in my life, I've had the chance to find once in my life. I've had the chance to find. Okay, so yes, that was Craig David and the song "Once in My for Once in My Life." Anyway, what made me think of that was I was reminiscing on the days of old, and I noticed that I lost some followers with my previous video, and it's like I'm just trying to show some love for myself, and people unfollow me because of that. Well, sorry, you know. Anyway, um, because I also said I wasn't going to talk about that in spite of the fact that I did, but it's like there are some people who might have needed to hear that what I shared. Anyway. I was thinking about how stop it, at Howard, um, it was like my, not quite, maybe it was my senior year, my graduating senior year. And people, my fellow university matriculators know of the difference, the distinction that I drew there. Anyway, I was a graduating senior, and this dude, man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still just like reminiscing, reminisce on the love that could have been. But this dude actually, and he was an underclassman. Um, so he was. mm, I think he might have been a freshman, might have been. And for me, that was in college. That just felt like uh. But he was bold. He's the kind of bold that's like, and he saw me on the yard walking to class or whatever, and he approached me straight up like this. He was like, "Hey, I've been seeing you around campus. Deep voice and everything. Gorgeous chocolate brother." Anyway, I went to Howard. Um, and he approached me. He was like, "Hey, I've been seeing you around campus, and I think you're very attractive." And I was so not only taken aback because particularly at that time I see. I'm honest with everything with y'all. I actually there were times that I would look at myself and be repelled by myself, to an extent repulsed by my own face. And mm, but the fact that he, being a gorgeous, handsome, thick chalk, well, no, he wasn't thick. He was actually freshman year college size, pre-freshman 15. I don't know if he put on the freshman 15 because I uh, joined the marching band from freshman year. So I not only did not gain the freshman 15, I actually went back to a reasonable weight, because when I graduated high school, after years of eating fun, excitingly, and not doing much activity, I reached the heaviest I'd ever been. I was right at 200 pounds. And freshman year, because of all of the work that we have to do in the marching band and pledging your section in the marching band, I actually lost a lot of weight, and I was like 150 something. Like I'm actually about there now, but I anyway, I actually, during college, I'd actually gotten like a six pack and everything, but I also had a face full of acne up through up up. I I discovered Proactive like my last semester in college, and it actually worked for me. But I had an awful face full of acne through college up to that point. Anyway, so he approached me on that, hey, I've been checking you out, and I just want to let you know, I want to let you know, No, he didn't say I want to let you know, But he was so smooth, and he was like, I've been checking you out. I see you around campus, and I want to let you know that I find you. He didn't stutter. I find you quite attractive, and for me, not only did, and that's how I got on this whole tangent. But not only did I not find myself attractive, I also I was by and large, I was in the closet, but I was accepting myself. And that was the difference, because when I graduated high school, I was like, okay, I was actually making really good progress for a time. And then, and those who know what the and then is, what the and then is post graduation. But I was making really good progress. And after I graduated high school and spent my entire high school years like, okay, I'm going to masturbate to a woman at least 2 times a week, but I will afford myself the freedom to masturbate to thoughts of a man every other day of the week. But if I force myself to masturbate to thoughts of a woman, I'll be able to make myself attracted to women. But after, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna send me everything. But after I graduated high school, I was like, you know what? Even if I don't come out of the closet to everybody else, I will at least be honest with myself. And that's sort of where I was. And when he approached me on that, I, being not out of the closet officially, even though that was my sexual exploration days, formerly known as my thought days. So I was sucking a lot of dicks. I was. And I I wasn't officially out. So that's perhaps part of the anyway, I don't need to go into all of that. But when he approached me, I was actually kind of afraid because I was like, oh my gosh, this gorgeous man tells me that I'm attractive, but that's a gay connection. See, and where we are with I'm not gonna go on too many more tangents, but yeah. Let people be who they are, love who they love. Because something that okay, I will speak on this. I'm not going to show the video because it's somewhat long. It's 3 minutes, and that's long for in the social media stratosphere. But at the end of the collection of videos that I put together for Monday's show, last Monday's show, Vice President Kamala Harris, no, not Kamala Harris, spoke on the Supreme Court ruling against Roe versus Wade and how, in their ruling, in order to draw that, I'm going to try not to cuss, but I'm a little upset. In order to draw that conclusion successfully, they had to draw it on the grounds of abortion. Abortion is not in our nation's history. So we don't in the birth of our nation's history. So we don't think that it should be in the law books as illegal. And I'm like, and Vice President Harris said other things are at risk are the Obergefell, I forgot the Obergefell verse, but the case that permitted gay marriage, but not only effing that, but something else that's at risk is Loving versus Virginia. And that is, quiet as it's kept, the right for people to choose interracial marriage. Because quiet as it's kept, that also was not always allowed. And because people don't know I don't need to cuss, know their effing history, they don't see it as a problem because you don't know enough to go far enough back to realize that, wait a minute, I almost cussed. Mississippi didn't officially put it on their books that they would allow interracial marriage until post millennium. And you know, I like Madonna said in the song Vogue, and it's such a beautiful, powerful line. We also discussed that on the show. Beauty is where you find it, wherever you find it. Now, I know for me, beauty isn't a gorgeous chocolate man, but I believe beauty is where you find it. Wherever you find it, that's where beauty is. If you find it in interracial or homoracial or homosexual or heterosexual, I don't think that my uh, descriptions were correct all the way through. Anyway, but wherever you find your love, beauty is where you find it. All right, Madonna, high five, pow. Yes, you know, beauty is where you find it, wherever you find it. Okay, thank you. And yeah, but because I wasn't comfortable with myself, I didn't know how to receive his coming forth to me. I'm not gonna be able to stop this in time. Like, I'll hurry up and press end. and it'll make me go like 50 seconds ending the video. So we crossed 15 minutes. All right. But he was beautiful. He was an underclassman, and I think that's part of what it was as well. Not only me not being out of the closet, and here this dude just so comfortable just comes up to me and he's like, "I've been seeing you on the yard, and I find you attractive." I was so like, uh, um, well, uh, thank you, I guess, you know. And I actually, right before I started this video, I was like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'll say that I need to go on my walk for the early evening while the sun's still shining and I can play my music and all of that stuff. Talk to y'all later, social media family. Peace. Tea. Stay blessed. And the reason I'm like stay blessed is because I'm like, is there anything else? I think that's it. I think that's it. All right. Hashtag versetv.com. www.dersteav.com. That's the logo. All right. Here. That's the logo.